Valmiki Ramayana, Sundara Kanda, Book number 5, Sarga 42, Roman numerals XLV, XLII 42. The giants roused. The cries of startled birds, the sound of tall trees crashing to the ground, struck with amaze each giant's ear, and filled the isle with sudden fear. Then, wakened by the crash and cries, the fierce she-fiends unclosed their eyes, and saw the Vanar where he stood amid the devastated wood. The more to scare them with the view, to seize immense, the Vanar, to size immense, the Vanar grew. And straight the Rakshas warders cried, Janak's daughter, terrified, whose envoy, whence, and who is he? Why has he come to talk with thee? Speak, lady of the lovely eyes, and let not fear thy joy disguise. Then thus replied the mighty dame, of noble soul and perfect frame, Can I discern with scanty skill these fiends who change their forms at will? 'Tis yours to say, your kin you meet, a serpent knows a serpent's feet. I ween not who he is, the sight has filled my spirit with affright. I ween not who he is, the sight has filled my spirit with affright. Some pressed around Sita in a ring, some bore the story to their king. A mighty creature of our race, in monkey form, has reached the place. He came within the grove, they cried. He stood and talked by Sita's side. He comes from Indra's court to her, or is Kuvera's messenger. Or Rama sent the spy to seek his consort and her wrongs to wreak. His crushing arm, his trampling feet have marred and spoiled that dear retreat, and all the pleasant place which thou so lovest is a ruin now. The tree where Sita sat alone is spared where all are overthrown. Perchance he saved the dame from harm, perchance the toil had numbed his arm. Then flashed the giant's eye with fire, like that which lights the funeral pyre. He bade his bravest kinkars speed, and to his feet the spoiler lead. Forth from the palace at his hest, twice 40,000 warriors pressed, burning for battle, strong and fierce, with clubs to crush and swords to pierce. They saw Hanuman near a porch, and thick as moths around a torch, rushed on the foe with wild attacks of mace and club and battle axe. As round him pressed the Rakshas crowd, the wondrous monkey roared aloud. that birds fell headlong from the sky. Then spake he with a mighty cry. Long life to Dasharatha's heir, and Lakshman, ever glorious pair. Long life to him who rules our race, preserved by noblest Rama's grace. I am the slave of Kaushal's king, whose wondrous deeds the minstrels sing. Hanuman I, the wind god's seed, beneath this arm the foemen bleed. I fear not, unapproached in might, 1,000 Ravans ranged for fight. Although in furious hands they rear the hill and tree for sword and spear, I will, before the giants' eyes, their city and their king chastise. And having communed with the Dame, depart in triumph as I came. And that terrific roar and yell, the heart of every giant fell. But still their king's command they feared, and pressed around with arms upreared. Beside the porch a club was laid, and the Vanar caught it up and swayed the weapon round his head, and slew the foremost of the Rakshas crew. Thus Indra vanquished, thousand-eyed, the Daityas who the gods defied. Then on the porch Hanuman sprang, and loud his shout of triumph rang. The giants looked upon the dead, and turning to their monarch fled. And Ravan with his spirit wrought, to frenzy by the tale they brought. Urged to the fight, Prahasta's son, of all his chiefs the mightiest one. Absolutely beautiful. Sri Ramayana. Footnotes. 417 1b. Kinkar means the special servants of a sovereign who receives his orders immediately from his master. The Bengal recension gives these Rakshasas an epithet which the commentator explains as generated in the mind of Brahma. Interesting. 418.1. Rama, de jure, king of Kaushal, of which Ayodhya was the capital. That's right, Kaushala, Kusha. The land of Kusha. What is the land of Kusha? Kush. Ancient Kush. Egypt. What is Ayodhya? Ayodhya. Yuda, Yids. Exodus. Why is the Ramses the most famous pharaoh of ancient Kusha, Kush, Egypt? That's all stolen from Ramayana. All these plagiarized stories. Egyptians were plagiarizing everything they could from Ramayana, as well as the Jews with the Moses, Amun-Ra, Moses, Amun-Ra, the god of war, Rama, the age of Aries, Amun-Ra, Ramon, Ramoses. Absolutely beautiful. Sri Ramayana. Credit where credit is due. Sir Mr. Ralph Griffith, the 33-degree Freemason from England, Great Britain, Mahabharat, translating from Sanskrit to beautiful British, 18th century British. Absolutely beautiful. It just shows that these people, these secret societies, had great reverence for Ramayana. And it's basically, what is Ramayana? basically fight between the vampires, the Rakshasas, and ordinary men. Lakshman, Alexander, and Rama, Rome. And the whole planet in Kali Yuga is now under the control of Ravana. It's a materialistic, satanic, atheistic, hedonistic civilization that eats cows. The globalist, the only globalist religion that unites all people. Doesn't matter what color ass you have, if you have a black ass or white ass or yellow ass. It doesn't matter what color your ass is. The only religion that unites us all in Kali Yuga is cow eating. At the churches of McDonald's and Burger King and every corner of every city on the planet Earth. Imagine. It's all adrenochrome drinking by the elites forcing plebs to drink the blood of tortured animals. And karma, this is how karma works. So all these people, when they die, they go to hell, and then they're trained to be animals in their next life, and they are born in a body of an animal and raised for food for another set of stupid people, ignorant people. And this is what we see, this Ravana civilization. And that's why we have all this chimping out, black people chimping out, because this all represents monkeys of Ramayana. When monkeys of Ramayana came, Semites, when they came to the land of giants, they just chimped out. They just completely destroyed everything, all the parks, all the statues of the Ravana-like civilization, materialistic civilization. In other words, the original archetype of everything is Rama or Krishna, Christos, Christ. There is no difference between Rama and Krishna. So, the greatest, absolutely the greatest love story ever told, Sri Ramayana. Jai Shri Ram, Hail Ram, Rama Victor, victory to Rama. Eternal Rome, eternal Ram, Ayana. Ciao.